Ontario's top court has rejected the province's appeal of Bill 124, siding with public sector workers and unions. Our Beatrice Faisman is following the latest reaction, and she joins us live. Beatrice.
Lena, good morning. The decision filed at the Ontario Court of Appeal around 10:30 this morning, and we learned just before 11 o'clock what that decision would be. And it's essentially that the Ford government lost its appeal to the Ontario Appeals Court. And so the court siding, in fact, with workers and with the labor unions in this decision. This is a bill that was introduced back in 2019 by the Ford government. It was aimed at eliminating their deficit by way of freezing public sector worker salaries to 1% a year for 3 years. The court today finding that this bill, which impacted more than 1 million workers, did, as they suggested, infringed on their collective bargaining rights. The Ford government essentially took this to the appeals court after the Ontario Superior Court sided with employees and public sector workers back in 2022. And there's some reaction coming out this morning as well. CUPE's Ontario Council of Hospital Unions, the SEIU, and Unifor releasing a joint statement this morning saying this is a win for all hardworking families who are trying to get ahead and all unions who fought on their behalf to protect the rights of the workers to freely bargain a collective agreement. We're also this morning hearing from the Ontario Liberal leader, Bonnie Crombie, who released a statement as well, Lena, saying today's decision is a huge, long overdue victory for the workers who play such important roles in our lives. And certainly we're waiting firstly for a statement from the provincial government. There is still another step they can take, Lena. They could take it up to the Supreme Court. So we're waiting to hear from the Premier and his government if that's something they're exploring doing at this point. And then coming up in the 12:30 half hour, we're going to hear from the Ontario NDP leader, Marit Stiles, who's going to be joined by some of these union leaders as well to give their response to this decision by the appeals court this morning. Of course, we'll follow the bouncing ball live from Queen's Park, Lena.
All right, and Green Party leader Mike Schreiner is speaking to reporters at 1 o'clock as well, so it's going to be a very busy afternoon at Queen's Park. Glad you're there for us. Beatrice, thanks so much for this.